This is a video on how to look at and run reports for any expiring agreements and specific school agreements when looking at TAAs in Salesforce Lightning. When you open the link, it should take you to this view, which is the run report. Over here on the left-hand side, we have a column that displays all of the record numbers, and these are hyperlinks that you can click on or right-click on, open link in new tab to see the full record. Next, we have project title, which should include basic information and a summary of what the record is for. Next, we have schools. There might be more than one if it's a multi-school agreement, or it might just be for medicine, nursing, dentistry, etc. Over here on the right-hand side, we have columns for agreement end date and amendment end date. These are going to come in handy and is what we're going to be looking at when trying to figure out what agreements and records are expiring soon. So if we go up here to the right-hand side, we can press this edit button, and this will take us to the report customization page. Over here in the outline, I've already included all of the columns, and you shouldn't need to adjust any of these unless you think of another field that you might like to see in this report. The place where we're going to be changing is the filters tab. So if we go down here, we can see that it's shown me all service agreements, not just my own. Go down here to the filters. I have agreement end date and amendment end date set to be on September 9th, 2021. Depending on when this report comes out and the link is shared, these dates should be updated. But if you come in here and the date is really far away, you can just click on this filter. You can say greater or equal to. You don't have to change the operator. All you have to do is change the date and put it to whichever date you want. So today is November 5th. So that's what I'll put. I'm also going to switch the amendment end date just so we're all on the same page for what this report is filtering for. Don't forget to press apply after you select the date so that your changes will be saved. Type of agreement equals TAA. We don't need to switch that at all. Now, in order to filter by a specific school, we're going to want to go over here to the filter search bar and simply type in school. If we select it, now it'll add it to the list of filters that we have so far. School equals. That's the default, so you won't have to change it. And for this, I think I will just do medicine as an example. So I'm going to type in medicine and press apply. So if we do this, that means that this column, this school column, will only show me any agreement that only has medicine in it. If we want to adjust this filter to show me any agreements with School of Medicine, but there might be a multi-school agreement, we can go back to this field, select the operator as equals, and we can do includes instead. So this should give us a broader list of records. And as we can see, once we applied that, we have medicine graduate division. Here's another multi-school agreement. So this is the way to go to make sure that you're not accidentally missing out on any expiring agreements. So now that we have our school selected, and this could go the same way for example, if I were to do nursing instead of medicine, great. Now we're seeing all of School of Nursing, multi-school agreements, and just singular agreements. So if we go back up here to the top right-hand corner, we can select run. Now we're going to come back to this view of the run report. If we select here, agreement end date or amendment end date, either one of these, if we select it once and then once more, so double click it, now it is filtering out by the record with the furthest out agreement end date, which is in 2030. Same deal for the amendment end date. If we double click it, so once and then twice, so the arrow is pointing down, now we're filtering for the record with the furthest out amendment end date. So this is a good way to get into the system and look at any records with both amendment end date and agreement end date. Don't forget to sort by both of these in case They're different, as we can see amendment end date, but there's no agreement end date. And these are different dates. So that's a really important thing to keep in mind, that you want to be clicking on both of these, sorting by both of these, and making sure that you capture everything. And if we go down the list, we can search by, we can start getting into the years that are closer to us, and we can look at the agreements that might be expiring. For example, right now we're in November of 2021, and all of these agreements are expiring, and they include School of Nursing in some degree, either in a multi-school or again, just by itself. And that is how you run and view records that might be expiring for a specific school in Salesforce Lightning. Thanks for watching.